Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. This is Danny from CatchForChrist.net, and today we're going to be memorizing Galatians 3, verse 11. As always, we'll be using the Scripture Typer Bible Memory System app. Pretty self-explanatory app, a great app, but see the first video on this playlist for a more in-depth tutorial. But you're going to hit My Verses, hit the plus sign at the bottom right-hand corner, hit New Verse. Choose your book or letter, in this case, Galatians. Then just enter the chapter and verse notation. You can choose multiple verses at once, but today we're just sticking with one verse. You can also choose different translations if you like to. And you can put your verses into different categories and collections if you like to. So import the verse text, and then hit save. And then you're just going to scroll to wherever that verse is located in your library. Once you're there, you're going to start the three-step process. The first step is typing it. That entails just hitting the first letter of each word, and the word should turn from gray to black. So clearly no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. I like to do each step at least 3 times. Clearly no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. And I like to recite the verse as I'm typing it. Clearly no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. The second step is to memorize it. The app is going to take away half the words, like so, and you're essentially filling in the blanks, but you're still going to hit the first letter of each word. So, and I forgot the first word already. Clearly, no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. So when you make a mistake, as you can see, it'll turn red, it'll buzz. The next time you try it, there'll be a heat signature to let you know where you made a mistake previously. And as you can see, it'll alternate which half of the words will be visible every other time you do memorize it, the second step. So clearly, no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. And one more time, clearly no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. And the last step is just to type it full out without any on-screen helps, although the heat signatures will be there and they can help you a little bit. So clearly no one who is messed up. Clearly no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. I like to do this step 3 times as well. I usually skip this for the sake of the video and for the sake of brevity, but clearly no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. Each time you do it, the heat signatures will get lighter and lighter. So if you do it 3 times in a row without any type of mistake, the heat signature will disappear. So clearly no one who relies on the law is justified before God, because the righteous will live by faith. Galatians 3:11. So I like to do 100% at least 3 times on the first day I'm learning a verse. That'll make it a lot easier moving forward when you start reviewing your verses. So if you put the time in, and it just takes about 5 minutes, like I just demonstrated, to really ingrain the verse in. The first time you do it, it'll become a lot easier when you start reviewing it, days and weeks after today. So it might take you a while to get to 100% accuracy, but once you do, I just recommend you try to do it at least 3 times at 100%, and then that can be your scripture meditation for the day or so. And so right now it's set at review daily. That's the review frequency. If I try this tomorrow and I get at least 96% accuracy, which is my accuracy threshold, but you can tweak that in your settings. But if I get that, it'll advance the review frequency to daily, to 2 days, and then 3 days, 4 days, so on and so forth, all the way until once a year, and then not at all. And then when you go to review, it'll have a countdown for all the verses, all the passages that you have coming up. So each day you can just wake up, or as you're going through the day, you can just review a verse here and there, or a passage here and there. And it's a great way to just meditate on the scriptures all day long. Oh, how I love thy law. It is my meditation all day long. But it's always important to read verses in context, read passages in context to get the broader meaning. So I want to encourage you to do that. But thank you for watching this video. I'll try to post this video in an article on the site at some point in the future. But thank you for watching. Have a great day. God bless.